Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon, I guess, in some cases. Welcome. We're so excited to be here on a Monday, which is a little bit weird for us, I guess, but we like to keep you guessing. Um, we're excited to be here. I'm happy that everybody is here today on a Monday. I hope you all had a great weekend. Let me know what you guys did. Good morning, Leslie from Texas. I hope it's not too hot and humid down there. Hello, Wilma. Thank you for being here, you guys. I had a lovely weekend. I was able to have a date night with the hubby Friday night to go see the new Mission Impossible movie. He's a little obsessed with that movie franchise, and so finally we were able to go find some time and see that and have dinner. So it was a lovely start to a great weekend spent with family. Hello, Elizabeth from Indiana. Thanks for joining us. Oh, you're from Texas too, Wilma. That's so great. I like Texas, except for the humidity and the hot. I'm not great with that in my menopausal years, where the hot flashes added with humidity is a struggle for me. But that's okay. I am Melodee. I am here at Caterpillar headquarters. We are coming today because we decided to do something a little bit special for our paper crafting friends. We have been hard at work on our Handmade Collective event, which is happening in a couple of weeks on the 18th, 19th, and 20th of June. So those of you that have been around joining our lives talking about those, hope you're just as excited as we are. As we've been planning that, and our 13, Bethany, right? 13 presenters that will be there for the hand. She's nodding in the background. 13 presenters that are going to be there. We sort of realized that we don't have any paper crafting presenters for this particular handmade collective. Not that it was a decision to say we'll never do that again, but just the way it worked out, the schedules and the timing and everything we have planned for this one. We're doing a lot of sewing and quilting, paper piecing, and different things like that, but not so much of the paper crafting. So I sort of decided with our team here that we needed to celebrate the paper crafters as well, because for many reasons. First reason, of course, is that's where Caterpillar started, was in the paper crafting world. It is also where I started my career in the crafting world in general, was in the paper crafting world. And so I have a love of paper crafting that is just not ever going to go away. So we decided to put together a brand new bundle, our all-in paper crafting bundle. We had one available a while ago, an all-in paper crafting bundle, but we sold out of the Glow Basic light board, and now we have the Glow Classic light board, which is replacing that one. So we had to create a new bundle for paper crafters. This I'm going to talk to you about today, our all-in paper craft bundle. We also have a sale going on now, guys, on our paper crafting products, because we want to include our paper crafters because we love y'all so much. So our all-in paper craft bundle normally retails, I wrote it on a Post-it, but Bethany just popped it up on the screen so you can see it. Normally it retails at over $500. So $522.44 is what your paper crafting all-in bundle would normally retail for. It is on sale right now for $489.99. So it's more than 10% off right now. If you go to our website frequently and see our bundles, we always have those on sale. This one's a little bit higher of a discount than normal. We also have a coupon code for you, you guys. We have a very special paper crafting coupon code. And I'd like to say it's because June is some sort of a paper crafting month holiday. It's not. National Paper Crafting or Scrapbooking Day was back in May. But we just decided to kind of do a little celebratory of our paper crafters while we're planning our handmade collective for our sewing and quilters. So if you guys go to our website and you decide that this is the bundle for you, it's already 12% or so off. It's on sale for $489.99, which is a great deal. You can also use coupon code PaperCraft40. It is scrolling across the bottom right there. So you can use PaperCraft40 and get an additional 40% off of this bundle, you guys. Ooh, this is the bundle. This is the bundle if you need to deck out your craft room. This is a bundle if you've been waiting to decide to try to dabble in paper crafting products with Caterpillar. This is the bundle for you guys. It is 40% off the already discounted price. So it's crazy. And we talk about it and it's named our all-in paper crafting bundle. And yes, it is. At the same time, however, it's kind of a great general crafting bundle. So even if you aren't an avid paper crafter, even if you don't card make and make page layouts or mini albums or anything like that all of the time, this is still a great bundle to get started for general crafting, because all of these pieces you can use for more than just paper crafting. So let's dive in. I'm going to go over each of the products a little bit, so we can see what it is. And it is, guys, it's the best thing. I've mentioned this in the past, but for those of you who don't know, I've been in the crafting world for decades now. I mean, I celebrated my 30th wedding anniversary, and I started working in the paper crafting world right after, when was it? Right after my daughter was born, my second daughter, my middle daughter, and then I had a son. So my son's 25. So it's been a long time. Let's not do the math. Let's not do the math. It's been a really long time. And I've always loved paper crafting. My girlfriends and I used to get together once a week when our sons were little. Keisha, you guys may have seen, my best friend, her son, her oldest son and my youngest son are 5 days apart. They were both born in September, and so they were best buddies growing up. She would come over to my house, and our little babies would crawl around the floor while we would paper craft, and we would do scrapbooking layouts every Friday afternoon, and it was so much fun. And we had a great time doing that. So like I said, paper crafting has always been a love of mine. So let's go into this brand new all-in paper crafting bundle. And I'll show you everything that is included in it and a couple of things that you can do with each of the items. So first of all, we're going to talk about our paper trimmer. This is our original sized Caterpillar Pro paper trimmer. It's the biggest one. It has about 15 by 15 inch base. So if you are a paper crafter and you like that full base to hold your 12 by 12 papers, this is the paper trimmer for you. I love it so much. It's my favorite one. It has a storage drawer. I like to tell everybody you can store your paper in here. You can also store snacks or money that you're hiding from your family, things like that you can hide in here. It's a project drawer to put your embellishments and your papers that you're working on, the project you're working on for it. But it's really nice to hide other things. Wink, wink. Don't tell anybody, hide stuff in there. So you've got your storage drawer there. You've also got your cutting side over here. And the reason these paper trimmers are so amazing, there's a few reasons. First of all, your cartridge holds your rotating blade. So you've got a rotating blade inside a cartridge that keeps it nice and safe. So you will not accidentally cut yourself while you're using this paper trimmer, which is so fantastic. I have my grandson now. He's old enough to use a paper cutter, but for the past, I've had mine at my house for almost 10 years now. And I was so worried when he was little that he could hurt himself. And now I'm not worried anymore. And I wasn't worried then because of this. So it's a great thing for that. The cartridge in there also works on a gear track system. So there's gears inside the cartridge and a track inside that bar. And so when you're pushing this up and down, the gears are moving that blade for you. So the mechanism does the cutting. You don't have to push down on those spring bars. You don't have to use your energy to slice through the paper. The mechanism does that. You're kind of guiding a saw, if you will, like a tile saw or a power saw. So it's nice and smooth cut that way. That's how it stays so precision, because of the way that those gears work. You've also got two grades of steel. You've got a harder steel and a softer steel. So when you are using this, it's kind of like when you're sharpening your knives in the kitchen. It keeps itself sharp. You've got self-maintaining blades. I mentioned I've had one of these trimmers for 10 years. I've never replaced my blade. I don't get to craft as much as I used to 10 years ago because I'm always here, which is great. But I've never replaced the blade. It's been almost 10 years. I've never, ever replaced the blade. So if it gets feeling a little dull, feeling a little sluggish, you just run this up and down, make sure that you are going metal against metal, and it resharpens the blade so it keeps it nice and sharp. The other part that's so amazing is this right here is your LED light bar. This LED light bar will light up, and let me just switch the camera here. It will light your cut line. So you can see that shadow that's right there. That is exactly where that cut is going to happen. So you know exactly where you're making your cut. You can get super precise. And because this stays so sharp, and because of the way that gear mechanism works, you can cut down to about 1/64 of an inch. So if you are trimming something, when I mat my photos, inevitably I mat them a little bit crooked and I have to go back and trim it. I used to trim it with scissors, but I don't anymore. I just trim it on my paper cutter because I can use that light and I can use these blades and it stays super, super sharp. So you don't have to cut, you don't have to pretend you know how to cut straight with scissors. You can just do it all right on here. So that is the Pro paper trimmer that comes in this all-in paper crafting bundle. It also comes with the tote bag. So your tote bag, storage bag for your Pro trimmer. we picked this because this is my favorite trimmer. We do have a smaller trimmer. All the paper crafting goodies are on sale. So if you'd rather the smaller trimmer, the crop one, that's available as well with that papercraft 40 coupon code. But this trimmer right here is my favorite because of the storage, and I like that full base. And because it fits inside this storage tote here, it's just as portable as the smaller one because they weigh about the same. It's only about 4 pounds. So you can put that trimmer in here. You can fill up this bag and you can take it to your crop. It is the best one, in my opinion. So that is, those two things are included in this all in paper crafting bundle. Now I'm going to show you what else is included. So let me set that down. I lost my little side table. So the next thing that's included is our Glow Premium LED light board. So that is this one right here. This is the Glow Premium. The thing about the LED light boards, if you haven't seen them already, which I know most of us probably have, but this one has been my favorite light board since the beginning, since we first started doing them. It has multiple light levels. And what we did with, and the reason we have these LED light boards in the first place is we took that LED light bar that is on the paper cutters, and that's what we sort of morphed into a workstation. LED light boards have been around, light boxes and light boards have been around for a long time. We were the first ones and we were the innovators to pair that with a cutting mat. So initially the plan for these was for the paper crafting world. So you can do your card making on top of this cutting mat. You can use an X-Acto knife and you can do all that stuff right on here. We have since morphed into the quilting and sewing world. And I mean, if you don't know how amazing they are for that, if you're a quilter or a sewer, go check out some of our videos. Join us for our handmade collective in a couple of weeks. All of those things will help show you what is amazing about them. But back to this for paper crafting specifically. So your LED light board comes with a cutting mat, first of all, which is amazing. You saw that there are multiple light settings. So there are 3 different light settings on this particular board. So you can adjust that. The cutting mat that comes with it is textured on the back. It's hard to kind of see that, but there is a texture on the back there, and that keeps it from sliding around. So when you're using it, it is not going to slip around on your light board here. Now, what I like best about this, especially for my paper crafting, is I use it for my card making. So I'm going to say, let's say we're making a card and we've got our nice little card base here, right? We've got our little 4x6-ish. I just eyeballed that card base. I will take it, I will set it on here, and I will use a little piece of washi tape usually, and that will hold it down, right? So that will keep it right along the grid, so I'm nice and square. Now, some papers you can see through, you can tell you can see through this. You're not going to see through every single piece of paper out there. If it's thick cardstock, if it's dark cardstock, you may not see through it. But the thing that is so great is because your entire workstation is lit up, you can use that to your advantage, right? So let's say this is your card base. You're leaving your card base right there, and it is stuck down with a piece of washi tape or something like that. What I will then do is I will take my title piece or my embellishment piece or whatever it is, and I can line that up using that grid and that light. So I can make it go off the edges. I can stick it down right here, and I know that it's straight. I know that it's square because I am using this grid in order to do it. So I will stick it down right there, and then I'll use my paper cutter to trim off the sides, or sometimes I'll use an X-Acto knife on here. Doesn't matter. You can use either one. What I also do on here is I will take my X-Acto knife and I will do my fussy cutting when I am cutting flowers or trees or whatever embellishments. If I'm doing fussy cutting because I want to do the cutting and I don't want to use a die cut, and I don't want to use those little tiny scissors because I can't see very well. Those little itty bitty scissors, they get so pointy and so sharp at the ends, and you try to see what you're doing and you need your reading glasses and you need all those things. I just do it right on top of here. So I will use my X-Acto knife to cut out my embellishments and my fussy cutting right on top of this cutting mat, because you can do both right on here, which is phenomenal. So that's how I use it for my paper crafting or my scrapbooking when I'm doing embellishments and things like that. The other stuff that you can do on here, you can remove this cutting mat because you can use just the light board, and you can do your diamond art right on here. So you can do diamond art, you can do paint by number, you can do your stamping, you can do your coloring. If you're doing your stamps, you can use the light to color in your stamps, and you get, I was doing this last night, I was doing a coloring book to kind of quiet my mind down. I did it right on top of the light board because I stay in the lines a little better. Not that you have to stay in the lines, but I was able to stay in the lines a little bit better because I could see better what I was doing. You can do all of those things right on top of the light board. Two-step stamps, amazing to do on top of here, so you can center those images the way you want them on top of your light board. Now, the reason that the Glow Premium is included in this, that cutting mat comes with it, which is phenomenal. This Glow Premium is also our rechargeable one. So you can take this one off of the power cord and you can use this for about 3 hours. So you can take it to classes, you can take it to crops, you can sit in different parts of the house with it, sit in front of the TV with it. My husband's a sketch artist. He totally stole my Glow Premium and he sits in front of the TV and sketches. He loves it because he can see better. He says he doesn't have to erase his lines quite as often when he's doing it on the light board. So you can do all of those things right on top of the LED light board of the Glow Premium. So that is our Glow Premium and Pro Trimmer are both included in this all-in bundle that we're talking about today. The other thing also included is our tote bag for our Glow Premium. So your Glow Premium will fit right inside this tote bag. Then you can take it places, you can fill it full of projects, you can fill it full of all of your things that you're doing. It's got a little pocket for your power cords. All of our tote bags have briefcase handles as well as shoulder straps. And then they all have these little extra tabs. So that little extra tab, you can slide that on a full page or rolly cart. All of our tote bags have all of those things, which are so phenomenal. This one has extra reinforced corners, and it's a nice nylon canvas, and it's double padded. All of ours are double padded, so you can take that light board with you. So that's included as well. The other thing that's also included is our crease scoring board. So the crease scoring board is translucent, you guys. So the thing that is so cool about this, like you can use it on top of your table and that's totally fine, but you can also use it on top of your light board and that light will shine through and that will help you see what you're doing. Now, again, you're not going to see through everything, but it kind of helps. Your workstation lit up helps so much. I love working all of my crafts on top of my light boards now because my eyes are getting so bad. I was the one that was causing shadows on top of my projects, because my light is really good in my studio, but I was causing, see those shadows that you cause? You do that with your head, you do that with your hands. It's hard to see around there and to see exactly what you're doing when you're doing your crafting. But when you turn that light on, those shadows all but disappear. So just having your workstation lit helps you so much more. So our little crease scoring board is the best one for a couple of reasons. First of all, your tools are inside the little compartment over here, which is amazing. So as long as you put things away, you're not going to lose them. It comes with a ball stylus instead of a bone folder. That ball stylus fits exactly in these grooves. It is the same size. So you don't have it too little, you don't have it too big, you don't slip as often because of that ball stylus being the exact same size. Also, using a ball stylus instead of a bone folder that typically comes with a scoreboard, those bone folders can get so pointy at the top that they will crack right through your paper sometimes. Lightweight paper, even thicker weight paper. This is 100-pound cardstock. But ours comes with the ball stylus, so it's nice and smooth. So when you do your scoring with the ball stylus, it's nice and smooth and you are not going to slip off of your grooves, which is really great. But the part that's amazing is this reverse score piece right here. So this is a little plastic piece that is grooved on one side, so it fits right inside your scoring grooves. And then it has a little metal piece on the top. So that metal piece is what we call a reverse score. That makes it so you can score any kind of paper without having that engineering degree that you need to have, so you know which way the grain of the paper goes, because if you fold it the wrong way, it cracks, right? I don't know how many paper crafters we might have out there today, but how many times have you scored a paper and folded it and it was the wrong direction? You scored it the wrong way or you folded it the wrong way and it just cracked and it just ruins your whole project. And it is so tragic when that happens. But what you're going to do is you're going to take your reverse score, you're going to set it in the grooves wherever you need that. So you can do it at 7 inches, 3 inches, 2 inches, wherever that is. Then you're going to use the back side of your tool here. There's a little metal channel right there that fits right over the top of the metal piece here. So that fits right into the little groove. And this, I will tell you guys, took me a long time to get used to, because this is completely backwards of how you're used to doing your crafting, doing your scoring. But you go over the top and you score it this way. And now it doesn't matter which direction you fold that piece of paper. It doesn't matter which direction the score is. You don't have to be with the grain or against the grain or whatever those rules are. I don't even know. because it doesn't matter. You can fold it in any direction and it is not going to crack through your paper. It is the best scoreboard, you guys. It is an amazing piece. Our founder, Kelly, designed this because he worked in a commercial print shop, and this is how they score brochures and pamphlets and all kinds of things, boxes, whatever. You can score 110-pound cardstock. You can score super, super lightweight when you use that reverse score, tissue paper, vellum paper, all those kind of papers, and it will not tear and it will not crack. It's amazing. So if you do any card making, or if you do any paper crafting where you have the little flappy things that open up all the time, this is the best scoreboard for that. It's also translucent. You can also use it on top of your light board. So amazing. That is the Caterpillar crease. Now, we do have one more item that is included in our all-in paper crafting bundle that we're talking about today. Brand new bundle, just for this sale, all-in paper crafting bundle, that you can use your coupon code that's on the bottom of the screen there, PaperCraft40, so you can save 40% off. It's already on sale. There it is, Bethany, put it on the screen. It is over $520 retail. It's on sale for $489, but you can also use that 40% PaperCraft40, all one word, PaperCraft40, to get an additional 40% off of this bundle, you guys. Amazing. Because we didn't want to leave out our paper crafters, because we're talking about our handmade collective so much, that we're having in a couple of weeks. Anyway, so one more item that's included in this all-in paper crafting bundle is our tempered glass mat. So this is our tempered glass mat. It's a treated tempered glass. It's made to fit on top of your light board. And this is a great, 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 great general crafting mat. So we made, as I mentioned originally, we made these light boards for our paper crafters. And we originally made this tempered glass mat for our paper crafters because on here, you can do paints, you can do glues, you can do alcohol inks. You can get it super, super messy, and it cleans up super easy because it doesn't scratch. So if you get hot glue, or if you get paint, or if you get gesso, or you get alcohol ink stuck on this, you just take that little X-Acto knife that you've got, and you can just scrape it right off because it will not scratch the glass. Now, we have since made it sure that this tempered glass mat can also take the heat. So you can do heat embossing on top of this. Our quilters and sewers know that it'll take the heat of an iron, so it's phenomenal for ironing fabric as well. But all of those things you can do right on top of here. Then that light will shine through, and you can use that light to line up exactly what you're doing. I mentioned your two-step stamping that you can do on top of the light board. If you do that on top of the glass, it just wipes off with a baby wipe so easily. You don't have to worry about it. And it is not dark, it is light. So your workstation will be lit. So you can see exactly what you're doing through that tempered glass. Now, the grid is printed on the back so it doesn't scratch off if you do need to scrape any paint or anything like that off. And you can use that right on top of your light board. Guys, all in paper craft bundle. This is the time. This is a limited time. We're going to have this on sale for a little while. We're going to have this paper crafting special going on for a little while. But our Handmade Collective is coming up in a couple of weeks. The Handmade Collective is coming up on the 18th to the 20th of June. Come join us there. Also, you guys, it is going to be so much fun. Whether you're a quilter or a sewer or not, you're going to learn so much. It's going to be amazing. We've got 13 presenters from the sewing and quilting world going to teach us all kinds of stuff. I was able to talk to one of our presenters last week, and I'm so excited. He's doing free motion quilting, and I want to learn how to do that, but I was able to talk to him. He's in Texas too, for those of you that are here from Texas. We also talked about my favorite Christmas decoration store that's there in Arlington, for those of you that live there. But that's a side note. But we didn't want to leave our paper crafters out. Our Handmade Collective just happens to not have paper crafting this time. I think it is in September. I'm pretty sure, or we're going to try to do that for sure for September. But we don't want to leave you guys out. So make sure you go sign up for the Handmade Collective. Sign up for that, and you can get the extra discounts, and you can be entered to all of the giveaways. You can also optionally purchase the VIP pass where you get all the extra content. But join us either way, because it's going to be amazing. It's an awesome, awesome event that's later this month on the 18th, 19th, and 20th. But for now, because today on the first part of June here, we have our paper crafting product sale going on. If you've ever wanted to dabble in the world of paper crafting, or if you really just wanted a bunch of great general crafting tools to have at your house, if you ever need them, this is the one to do it. This paper crafting bundle, all in paper crafting bundle, includes your pro trimmer. So you can cut cardstock, vellum, tissue, photos. You can cut anything like that with that paper cutter. It is super precise, it's super amazing. It also comes with our rechargeable Glow Premium that comes with a cutting mat, so you can use the grid to craft on. You can cut right on top of it. It also comes with a tempered glass mat that we talked about. That you can glue, paint, ink, alcohol ink, iron, heat emboss, all that stuff you can do on top of the glass mat, on top of your light. So all of those are included. Our Caterpillar crease scoreboard is included as well. Oh my gosh, look at all this stuff. So the scoreboard is also included. The light board is included. The cutting mat is included. The glass mat is included. The paper trimmer is included. And we've got storage bags for both. There it is. So the storage bag for the Pro trimmer will also hold the crease. So you can put that in the lid or just set it on top of your paper trimmer inside this storage bag. It also includes a storage bag for the Glow light board, where you can fit your Glow light board and cutting mat, and you can put your tempered glass mat in and your projects all in there. So you can take all of this stuff anywhere you want to go, or you can just deck out your craft room, you guys. This is the best all-in bundle for paper crafters and general crafters that I think we've put together, because you've got the rechargeable light board, you've got the big paper cutter that has the storage drawer in it, and it's 40% off, guys, 40% off using the code papercraft40. So if you guys have any questions, by all means, pop it in the chat. We will do our best to answer those questions. And always you can email us at support@caterpillar.com. This is just our quick little live today because we wanted to say hello after a weekend and last week, which was a short week, but it was seemingly extra long because of the Memorial Day holiday. I don't know about you guys, but anytime there's a Memorial Day holiday, it seems like the week feels longer than the 4 days it actually is. I think we need to petition whoever we need to petition to have all of those be on Fridays instead of Mondays, because I don't know, taking Fridays off are easy. It seems easier to get everything done in 4 days from Monday to Thursday than get everything done from Tuesday to Friday. Maybe that's just me. Let me know if it's you as well. Gianna, thank you for your comment. This truly is an ultimate bundle for paper crafters. It's called our all-in paper crafting bundle, but it's also great for general crafting, you guys. Any kind of general crafts you can do on top of these light boards. And then you have your paper cutter to cut. Say you do diamond art, the way we were talking a little bit ago, you could do your diamond art on top of there. Then you can use either that cutting mat that comes with it to trim off the edges before you frame it, or you can use your paper cutter to cut that to trim the edges off before you frame it. Amazing, amazing, amazing. I don't know how we get away with putting these bundles together, guys, but we did. Shh, don't tell Santa Nathan, don't tell anybody else. This is okay. So make sure, okay, I need to make sure I do all the housekeeping things that I'm supposed to do so I don't forget. Join the Handmade Collective. Gift cards are available on Caterpillar.com as well. If you have a friend that's looking to get into some of these crafts, maybe buying the whole bundle for her wouldn't be the best thing to do, she or he, either one. But maybe a gift card would help. Hey, here's a Caterpillar gift card. Go ahead and get that bundle you were looking for. Go ahead and get that paper trimmer that you were wanting for a long time. We do have the paper trimmers on sale. All paper crafting goodies are on sale with that coupon code. So if you have most of this stuff and you just need one or the other, the paper trimmers, the scoreboard, the tote bags, they're all included. You can use the coupon code on any of those things. We also have bundles that are just the trimmers and the bags. So now's a good time for that as well. But use that Papercraft 40% off. Bethany's in the background. I can see her cute little face. She's waving at me. I like doing these things when I have somebody else to talk to. I feel like I'm rambling, you guys. I feel like I am just rambling. But I'm really good at doing that. I'm one of 8 children, so I had to ramble a lot so that I could be heard growing up, but that's okay. Right. Oh, there's Bethany.
I just thought I'd pop on so you didn't feel so alone.
I appreciate that. I know you're there, and I love everybody that's joined us. Thank you for everybody that's joined us as well. But I feel like sometimes I know you're there, and I just feel like I'm talking to myself. I love it.
It's easier having a conversation. And I want to say, as someone the reason I let Melodee do the paper crafting products pretty much for the most part because she's more experienced in paper crafting than I am. But when you were talking about how they cross over, even if you're not a paper crafter, to other areas, like I use these products, even though I'm not a paper crafter, I'm a sewist, but I print patterns, I print things, I have to trim them down to be able to piece the pages together, to be able to make the pattern pieces and all of that. So like just having tools like that, I cut paper more than I realize. And when you have to cut it by hand, all these pages to do a PDF pattern for like a garment, it takes forever. And so anything to make it more efficient and more accurate, like that's what I reach and use it for the most. You know, I love it. I love it. So
that's the thing. Like everybody needs a good paper trimmer in their house, no matter what kind of crafting, or if you don't craft, like everybody needs a good one.
Right. No, for sure.
It's like a great one for that.
We all reach for it.
Yeah.
My fiance is like in the military and he has all these papers and he's trying to like organize them all that he has to keep track of for everything. And from like the VA and stuff. And he was like, I am so tired of cutting this. And he's a lefty. So like our scissors aren't like ideal for him.
Right.
And so I was like, why are you doing this the hard way? Why don't I just go get this for you? And so I got him the paper trimmer out and he was like, I didn't even know this was hiding in this drawer over here.
Like so, there was a reason I was hiding it, but yeah, you're welcome to use it.
Yeah. With permission.
With permission, as long as I know that's happening. Yes. That's the whole thing, right? But yes. Yeah. So tomorrow we are coming back live. Bethany and I both will be here tomorrow. What time is it at tomorrow?
Same time. Same place.
11 o'clock Mountain Time
tomorrow, 11 o'clock Mountain Standard Time, where we're going to just be doing like a Q&A on the June event. We've been sharing a lot about it. It's definitely a lot of similarities from the March event, but we've added so much new that we just wanted to have a quick 30-minute chat. If you have any questions about the event, come to tomorrow's live. If you have questions and you can't come to tomorrow's live, go to our Facebook group, the Caterpillar Creations Hub, and post your questions about the event. Maybe I'll do a post. You know what? I'm going to, if I don't write it down, it doesn't happen.
Yeah. Bethany has to take notes on everything. That's really great. So if you guys are not yet a member of that Caterpillar Creations Hub group over on Facebook, go to Facebook, search Caterpillar Creations Hub, join that group, and post any questions that you might have in there. That would be great. That would give us a good start tomorrow. But come back tomorrow. We're going to talk about that Handmade Collective event that we're having in a few weeks on the 18th, 19th, and 20th. And any questions you might have, we're going to answer all of those.
Yeah, so we have that tomorrow, and I'll post in the Facebook Hub. And you know what? I may even post it on the Facebook page too. Yeah, any questions you guys have about the June event, put them in the comments, and we'll go through those and answer them, even if you can't tune in live tomorrow. That way you can catch the replay and get your answer. We want to make sure that you guys feel prepared for this event. We have spent more time preparing for this event and putting more into it than we did the March event, which we kind of put together quickly. And so we wanted to ramp things up, and I feel like we really have. And we're going to deliver some really fun things, but I want you guys to feel like you're getting the most out of it as well. So we'll be talking about all of that tomorrow. And then Thursday, Karen and Lindsay are going to come and do a live at 1 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. And they're going to do a fun Father's Day project. And I've seen this project, and it is so stinking cute.
Oh, good. I can't wait for that. That'll be so fun. Yeah.
So if you have kids or grandkids even, you're going to want to hop on to the live on Thursday. We will not be doing a live on Friday, so that's going to be our 3 lives this week. We've got too much other things going on, and I know Melodee and like some other team members are going to be like traveling, so we opted to not do a Friday live this week. We're going to let Karen and Lindsay do it on Thursday for a fun Father's Day project, but we will see you tomorrow.
Yeah, come back tomorrow, 11 o'clock Mountain Time. Go check out our papercraft sale that is going on before the Handmade Collective that comes on the 18th. I almost said the Creations Hub, but that's the Handmade.
There's too many things, and I give them all their own names, which doesn't make it easy. But Jana says
good.
Jana says she can't believe that the March event was put together quickly. It was amazing, Jana. It was put together way in a short amount of time than we had. I mean, as soon as the March event ended, I think I gave the team like a week off to decompress and not talk about the virtual event. And then we jumped right back into it.
We jumped right back into it. Yes.
And we've been planning, like Melodee said, the June event, and then we've been planning the September event. To give you a reference point, and most people wouldn't know this from the outside looking in, but we launched and announced the March event a week before the event. Yeah. We've launched and announced this event almost 4 weeks.
4 weeks, almost
4 weeks before the event.
Because May had that extra week. So 4 weeks. Yeah. So it's been 4 weeks that we've been talking about it. And I'm torn between, I want it to happen now because we've been talking about it for a while. Let's just do it. But we're not ready yet. And I kind of don't ever want it to end because I'm so excited about it. I'm like in the middle of that. But we do have some things coming up before that. Next week, I will be in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee at the Mountain Fest Quilt Show.
My state.
I'll be in Tennessee, closer to Bethany than I have been for real. Well, no, I saw Bethany in Paducah, so we were both in Paducah at the same time. So I'll be there for that. And Keisha will be in Kansas City at the Quilt Show happening in Kansas City next weekend. So my show is Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Keisha's show is Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So I won't be around next week in office. So we'll see what kind of mischief happens when I'm not here.
I'll try to hold down the fort.
Yeah. I mean, I'll be in touch because we all work a lot virtually anyway. So I'll be in touch and around, but, so next week's busy. And then the week after is the Handmade Collective. It's on Wednesday after that. So
we've already got stuff we're planning for July. And then the September event, we're doing one last virtual Handmade Collective event this year in September for National Sewing Month before we head into the holidays. And I feel like the year is flying by. I cannot believe it's already June.
Flying by. It is. It's already June, which means I only have about 6 weeks and I'll be in Backstreet Boys.
Oh, Lori. She said she's going to have to come to the show now to see you.
Lori, I would love for you to come see me. Do come see me. That's right. You're close there too. Yes, I will be in Pigeon Forge. I'm right next to the Five Monkeys booth. I love them. She's with Angie. I'll be right there. My little sister is coming out to join me. She lives in Denver. It's been a while. I think I haven't seen her since the holidays. She came out during Christmas. Yeah, she came out during Christmas time. But I haven't seen her since then. She's the little sister. She's the youngest of the 8. She's the favorite. But she's going to come join me in Pigeon Forge and then fly home with me so she can be home for Father's Day. We can see my dad on Father's Day. We lost my mom a year ago, so it's going to be good that she will be there for that. And then my other sister will be driving her back to Colorado just after that. So it's a kind of an all sisters kind of extravaganza thing happening over the next couple of weeks. We're pretty excited about it. But she'll be joining me in Pigeon Forge. She wasn't going to. It was kind of a last minute thing. We just got her a ticket like a week ago. And so I'm really excited that she's going to, because we have to lay over in Atlanta.
And then Knoxville.
And then to Knoxville. We're flying into Knoxville. And so she's going to join me in Atlanta and we'll get on the same flight into Knoxville. So
I wish I could come, but with it being the week before the June event.
Yeah, you might be a little busy.
It's still like a 3.5 hour drive from Nashville to the event that you're going to be at in Pigeon Forge.
Yeah.
So it's a little too far. Like Paducah, Kentucky was only like 2 hours. So that was a little easier to make a day trip, but I couldn't do the Pigeon Forge show. If we didn't have the June event the following week, I probably would have tried to squeeze in like a 2-day thing, but
I know that would have been fun. So I love Lori. If you make it, I would love to see you. I'll be really excited if you do make it. Anybody else out there who is anywhere near Pigeon Forge, if you've never been, it's the greatest little place. And I always laugh every time I fly in there and I see all the signs for the Great Smoky Mountains, and then I giggle because they are so not the mountains we have out
used
west.
To Utah mountains, and I said the same thing when the first time I came to Utah when I first started working with Caterpillar, and we were driving around, and I was like, "Now these are real mountains."
It was funny. I picked up Bethany and drove her into the office. She's like, "Oh my gosh, I gotta take pictures of the mountains." I'm like, "What are you talking about? Like they're mountains, like they're here all the time." But I forget. Like it's a pretty majestic, amazing thing. It's beautiful.
Smoky Mountains and Rocky Mountains.
Yeah.
Because our mountains are completely covered by trees, so they just don't feel as like majestic.
Yeah.
And they're not as tall as the Rocky Mountains.
Yeah.
So it's definitely a different experience. But I do love Pigeon Forge, and East Tennessee is super fun. There's lots to do outdoors. You should have lovely weather early June.
Yeah, we're excited.
do some outdoor stuff. There's lots of touristy sightseeing. Get some saltwater taffy, and if you do, bring some back to me. Okay.
We're gonna look for saltwater taffy. We're gonna look for a little moonshine, and we're gonna go to Dollywood. So
I'm so jealous.
I'm pretty excited about that. She's never been. I've been. I went a couple of years ago with Keisha when we were out there for this same quilt show. But anyway, we digress. See, I can get chatty on my own. I can get chatty with Bethany. But we love that. So thank you guys again all for being here today. Go check out our paper crafting stuff. If you've ever wanted to dabble into a bunch of paper crafting tools, this is the time to do it. Papercraft 40 is the discount code going on right now for that. I'll be back also next Monday.
This is the upgraded version of that all-in paper crafting bundle, because the original basic is sold out and we're not replacing that. So when Melodee was like, I had to take it off the website, I was like, well, what if we put the original premium in its place?
Yeah.
And she was like, oh, that's a great idea, because we have limited stock on that as well. So this bundle is a limited time. Once it's
it is very limited. Yeah.
That's why we did this discount, because we want you guys to take advantage of it. So
take advantage while you can.
Premium being battery operated, it's like we leveled up this bundle from what it was before.
Yes.
So you're gonna love it.
It's the one to get. It's the one to get.
It really is.
It's the one to get. I'm going to get another one. I mean,
you're going to take that one home that's sitting in front of you? Because I'm pretty sure that one assigned to the studio.
This one is assigned to the studio, and it's funny because I had to bring my tote bags from my house this morning. I almost forgot them. I had to bring them in this morning because the paper crafting tote bags miraculously are not here from the move from our old offices to our new ones. So they aren't here. So I needed to bring them in, and I'm proud of myself for remembering, because usually when something like that happens, I don't remember, but I did. So that was good. So this is the best one, guys. Paper trimmer, tote bags, scoreboard, light board, cutting mat, tempered glass mat, all of this all in one. Deck out your craft room, get all the things you ever might need at a great price right now while supplies are limited. We have, I don't want to say exactly how many of these bundles we have.
Not a lot.
It's not a lot. It's not a lot. It's not a lot because we're very limited in a couple of these items. So this is the time, guys. This is it. Yep. And then come see us tomorrow. Bring all of your questions about the Handmade Collective. We're going to be chatting about that tomorrow. We won't bombard you with any product demos or anything tomorrow. We're just going to chat about the event and ask any questions that you may have. Talk about what we're doing with the new June event compared to the March event, and we're just really excited. So thank you guys again for joining us today, and thank you, Bethany, for popping on to chat with me so I don't feel so lonely. And
I felt like I was missing out.
I love that. I feel the same way when I'm like in the background and you're doing sew-alongs. I'm like, I don't want to pop in because I don't want to interrupt you, but I feel like I'm left out all the time.
I know.
As well. So thank you guys again, and come back and see us tomorrow. Have a great day. Appreciate it.